those who become are those who never settle. They know that there is always a better and greater version.
Believers, in times of adversity, remember to anchor your faith in God's unwavering love and promises. Trust in His divine plan and find strength in His presence. May this message serve as a source of encouragement and reaffirm your unshakable relationship with Him. Remain blessed as you listen.
Says any realm beyond the physical is a prophetic dimension. So in every man there is a prophetic dimension. Let me call it a latent prophetic dimension. Now those who are called into the prophetic or apostolic office, the advantage of the apostolic office is that on the strength of that office you can walk, you should walk in all the fivefold offices, because it's an administrative office. It heads and coordinates the spiritual activities. Are we together now? But in a typical prophetic office, by default, the moment there is an election of grace upon you, inclined towards that prophetic office, it's like spiritual configurations by default. Are we together now? Now your spiritual life and your spiritual growth can add to it. But anybody called into the prophetic office or any dimension of prophetic operations by default can be open to the realm of the spirit. That's why you can find people seeing visions who are not born again. Are we together now? Remember, he told Jeremiah the prophet, he said, while you were in your mother's womb, I had already called you and ordained you to be a prophet. Are we clear now? So visions and generally all supernatural encounters are a dimension of the prophetic, and the goal of visions, dreams is illumination and direction, sometimes also impartation. It gives you illumination, access to light and information, right? Sometimes it gives you direction, but in many cases it also comes with impartation. That's why some of us can have dreams, have visions, encounters. We don't exactly know why they came, but they leave residues of impartations. As we get up and begin our normal life, we see that certain possibilities in the spirit has been activated, and we may not know at what point it was activated, like wisdom, like certain virtues. Do you understand? So now, but that does not mean, listen, if you are truly growing spiritually, right, even if you are not called into the prophetic dimension or prophetic realm, if you are growing spiritually, the presence of God has a prophetic effect on everyone, whether you're a prophet or not. This is the reason why somebody on the strength of sheer intimacy with the Holy Spirit can access a level that will make him look like a prophet, but in reality he's not a prophet. He's just one who has pressed into God to an appreciable dimension. It's like an aura of God's presence. Now the Bible does not use visions and dreams to qualify spiritual growth, although experience has shown us that as you progress spiritually, you will begin to get impulses. It's called spiritual perception. In fact, I preached a message on that. You can get it with the media after the service. Are we understanding now? Because there are some of us here who are praying, we love God, but aside from dreams and maybe what we call intuition, what people like Kenneth Hagin will call the knowing of the spirit, we've not had any supernatural encounter, as it were. And sometimes we get intimidated, and I think I must correct that, because some of us get intimidated because someone is now talking and saying Ogashewu saw something and he's prophesying and he's saying, oh, I saw something, and you are standing frustrated that you do not have visionary encounters. In terms of encounters, you are awake, you are alive, and you are caught up, or a picture comes before you, or the audible voice of God, or some kind of supernatural encounters. It does not mean you are not growing spiritually.